web, and we're finishing off our Dreadball team, and we've got these two to do the first step, which is wash, and we're going to use a soft tone, and we're going to do this all over both models. So we'll put a bit of the soft tone onto our little CD palette there, and as I said, we'll just go all over the Mini. Very simple. I've done this with all the other Minis. They're off camera at the moment, but I'll be using one to show you the next step when we've finished washing these ones. But I will be doing each of these Minis in exactly the same way. Just basically wash, and then you will see what we're going to be doing with these next once they've dried. We're also going to be doing a little something to the base as well, but again, as I said, we're going to do one on camera to show you what I'm doing, and the rest of the time, or the rest of the Minis, I will be doing in my own time, so it's not going to overload you with too many of the same videos, because let's face it, that can be a little bit boring. So as you can see, I've got one of the oh god, what are they called? Not straight. This one is a guard, and the other is a jack. The one we've just done is a jack, and we're just doing a guard now. And I've decided what I'm going to do is a little something with the base to show the difference, so we've got something visible to look at, other than trying to work out what they are from the Mini itself. You'll see what I mean later on. But yeah, we're going to crack on and cover all of these Minis, or both of these Minis, with the wash. And I think I could have done this right from the start in a very different way, which would completely negate this step. If I'd used a difference, probably if I used a different primer, if I'd used different shades to build up to the white, I don't know, but there we are. There's always multiple ways of doing the same thing, that's what I'm trying to say. So if you've done it a different way and you're happy with the look of your Minis, then obviously don't do this step. This step is because I'm not thoroughly happy with them, so I'm trying to do something that will make them a little more nicer to look at, shall we say. Okay, so the next step is to take a cotton wool bud, excuse me, and we're going to wipe off all the excess wash that is on the raised areas. Now, we've put the wash on to go into the recesses, but we're also going to use this for shadow details or shadow areas where the light isn't going to hit. So we're assuming that the light is coming from above, as usual. I don't do any of this object source lighting. I know I should really have a try, but I don't really do any Minis that really warrant it, because none of them really seem to be holding the lights to it, or it's got to be for a special diorama or anything, so we just do it the same way, and that way it's all equal when I start playing, if you get my drift. But using the other end of the cotton wool bud, there are two ends, so I've used one for the jack, and now start with the other end for the guard. And this one, for some reason, is a little bit difficult to get the wash off. I don't know why. It just doesn't seem to be coming. So I'll try the other end. I'm going to use the jack. That doesn't seem to be achieving anything, so let's get a new cotton wool bud. So just trying to get it so that most of the wash is off, except for what's in the recesses, and then we can go on to the next step.
So I'm happy with that, so put them to one side and we'll get out the model that we're going to be painting or finishing off in this video. In fact, let's get them all out. What the heck. This is the one we're going to be using. This is the captain. So we'll put them all aside, and what we're going to start using is matte white. So we'll put some matte. In fact, there is something else that I can add to this as well. I've recently got it, I've not tried it before, but I thought it might work, it might help. And that is a little tub of something else that I'm painting to do, and it's oh, what's it called? Oh yeah, war paints mixing gel, media. So I'll put some of that on top of the white, and it's quite a thick-ish gel. So using a damp brush, which is a fairly thin brush, we'll mix it all together, and from here we will start adding the paint to the raised areas of our Captain Mini. So we'll put it all on the top of the shoulders, our shoulder pads, and any other raised areas, keeping the non-raised areas a little darker. This should hopefully make it a little, make the contrast stand out a little bit more, so that you can actually see where the lights and darks lie, which you couldn't beforehand because it was basically all white. I just totally ignored the usual rule that I follow of, let's zoom in a bit, of sort of like base coat, wash, and then rebase coats, highlights, that kind of thing. I totally, for some reason, totally ignored that. Don't know why. It just, yeah, didn't work. But as I say, what we're going to do now is trying to make all the, basically highlight everything now that we've done what we should have done in the first place and washed it after we've given it a base coat. So hopefully when we do this, the white is going to look a lot cleaner and a lot brighter, but we shall see. And what I should have also done is find out exactly where the camera was and then start painting the areas on camera. Oh, there we are. I'll get used to this in some way or other. So this is the last video I'm doing for the Neobot team, and as such I'm proud to announce that this particular team, thanks to a comment from Jay, this team is called the Sintellin's Crushers. So all the votes that we've had, that's the one that's been showing the most feedback and the most votes, so therefore that's the one we're going with, the Sintellin's Crushers. So it's a long drawn out stage, this, just going everywhere and trying to pick out highlights. This is, if you remember how we used to do the videos, I've not sped this up too much so you can see in detail what I'm doing, but I used to do the videos like this but in real time, just doing speedy uppy bits for anything that's going to take really too long, and all the detailed stuff like this I would do in real time. But I must admit I do actually miss doing those type of videos, so I think I may do some more of those fairly soon, because I have an unboxing video for a new game I've purchased. I'm going to have to film fairly soon. It arrived today, obviously on the date of recording this voiceover, so I have yet to unbox it. And I'm looking forward to seeing what's inside and getting cracking with the minis.
may do the videos for that particular game in the old way of doing things, where I talk you through everything as I'm doing it. And once again, I'd like to thank Ian Cleverdon for allowing us to use his music in the background of this video. All details for Ian will be in the description part of this video, so if you want to find out anything more about him, then follow the links in the description bar. So there we are. I'm happy with how that looks now. There's a little more shadow and the white stands out. So what are we going doing next? Well, we're going to use some pure red, and it's not for the red areas on the mini. No. Aha. We're also going to use a different colour as well, because we're concentrating on the base now. That colour is the metallic black from Vallejo, and that metallic black is going on the top of the base and around the flat edges, and it just makes the base stand out a little more. And I do quite like this metallic black. So as I say, it's all over the base. And yes, I've said it before, and just in case anybody's just watching this video instead of watching any of the other videos, yes, I know the bases are clear acrylic, but seeing as the centre part that the mini is glued to isn't clear acrylic, I've decided to paint it all anyway. Now we're going to the pure red. And because this is a captain, I'm going to give him something to visually tell me he's a captain, and paint the front arc areas in red. And this one is only for the captain. And I'll be doing these for all subsequent minis that I get for Dreadball. So if I get any more teams, I'll do exactly the same colour scheme for each of them, so we can keep it sort of lit, so we know what we're doing. So the red one is the captain. For the guards, the colour I'm going to use is Viking blue. For the jacks, I was going to use desert yellow here, but I decided to use something different a little later, but at the moment we're going with desert yellow. I did change my mind on that one. And for the strikers, we're going to use, what colour can we use for this? Haven't got any handy. Come on, Stephen, what are you doing? No, decided I'm not going to use, this is where I decided I'm not going to use them. For the jacks, I'm going to use demonic yellow. And for the strikers, I'm going to use mouldy clothes. It's a nice green colour. And for these, I'm just going to use something a little paler, which is Ice Storm. But that's it for this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. Until next time, stay safe and take care. God bless.